So let's see here if this is working. 1, 2, 3. Everybody hearing me? Hey guys, Carl Schickert here, and I want to welcome you to my first podcast ever done. Kind of excited about this. I've got a few things that I want to talk about. What's up, Jeff? Got a few things I'm working on right now, and I just kind of wanted to share with you some ideas, and maybe even do some brainstorming with me and help me come up with some ideas for a webinar that I'm going to be hosting. Actually, not a webinar, but a hangout that I'm going to be doing here real soon. I sent out a message to my list the other day in reference to local marketing and how you can easily add an extra $10,000 to $20,000 to your bottom line per month by building your own agency. And I'll go into a little bit more detail about that here in a minute. But right now I'm just trying to think of some ideas, and maybe you guys can help me out. I've only got a couple of you on here, and again, this is my first time ever doing it, so definitely want to welcome you and also say thank you for joining me. But I had some ideas that I've been thinking about for local marketing and the local marketing business, and I've got a couple of friends that actually do really well in the local marketing business. And my background is in sales. I've been in sales for the past 15 years. I've been a sales trainer for 10 years, where I taught people the science and the art of sales. I specialize in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. If you don't know what that means, I can probably have another Periscope about that, teach people about that another time. So going back to my ideas and what I'm thinking about for local marketing and how to kill it. And so what I want to teach people how to do is, first off, I want to teach them how to hire other people. So I want to show them the ways to get onto the free resources out there, like Craigslist. Craigslist works really well in the insurance industry. I've been in the insurance industry for, gosh, like 10 years now, and the biggest thing that I used to do is recruit people. So one of the number one things I can teach other people to do is I can teach other people how to actually recruit other salespeople, and that there's a lot of people out there looking to make money, and one of the quickest and easiest ways that you could possibly make money is to get into sales. Sales is like the fastest way. This is what I heard sales is. Sales is the hardest, highest paying job and the lowest, easiest work. So what that means is if you don't work, you don't get paid. It's performance based. That's the crazy thing about sales, is that, it's all about you. How well do you want to hustle? How hard do you want to work to make money? So what I want to do is I want to actually put together a program that teaches people how to sell local services to local businesses. Now, my family and I, we own a restaurant in Lake Tahoe, and in our restaurant, there's a lot of things that we need done, but there's not enough people to do it. There's not enough, we're always looking for outside resources for someone else to do some of these services, because we can only do so much of the stuff in-house. And I'm really busy with my marketing business, so it's really hard for me to put 100% of my time there as well. So knowing that, we're going to be bringing on people on our team that'll actually do things like social media, building out mobile apps, doing reputation marketing, things like that. So that's what I wanted to start this podcast about, really, is just a mastermind. And I also want to ask you guys some questions like, what do you guys think would be a great service for local businesses? And anybody here that's listening right now, what do you think would be some great services that a local business absolutely needs to have? And if you guys don't know any of them, that's fine. But if you have any questions about local marketing or something like that, you can put that up as well. I'm not really seeing them, but I definitely want to say thank you for the hearts. Childcare, interesting. That could be a service for families and any business, any family that has kids and they have to go to work, or they just need some time to do their own things, shopping, whatever. But childcare, I don't know if that would be a service. Maybe. Definitely could do something called a lead will. I don't know if you've ever heard of a lead will, but what a lead will is, and this is a service that you could sell as a local marketer, is you can go to local businesses, like, say you want to go to a restaurant, a hairdresser, a dentist, an attorney, a CPA, and basically what you do is you put up a website that has all of their services together, and then each of them refer to each other. It's kind of like what do you call it, a businessman's group, or business person's group, professional group, or something like that. But a lead will is another way to actually get people to refer business to each other. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll put like RF cards or scanners where you can actually scan them, and little thing, like if it was a restaurant, for instance, they would have a little thing that would go on people's tables, like a little table tent, and then they would actually scan it, and as soon as they scan it, it would show all the other local services that they have, and then on there they could actually build an online coupon for each of them. So it's giving that person incentive and incentivizing them to use their services, and it's a great way for local businesses to tie together. If you become a local business marketer, you could actually you can market these lead wheels to them as part of your services. You know, you could use that as a foot in the door. What I'm thinking, though, is as a great foot in the door is to sell simple services that are easy to understand. Like, one of the most understandable services is a mobile app, and finding out, like, hey, do you guys have a mobile app? I didn't see you on the mobile app store. Let me show you what a mobile app could do for your business. And take 3 or 4 or 5 minutes with them and show them, like, oh, you can do online coupons, you can do loyalty cards, you can send push notifications. Think about that, guys. If you could send push notifications to people to their whole list within a local geographical area, they could actually potentially get a lot of business at night. So, for instance, for our restaurant, we could actually push a push notification to, let's say, 1,000 people within us right around the area that we live in, and we were able to just go and start promoting, like, tonight we're doing $3 beers and $2 and 50-cent wings. Okay, tonight only, and we're going to sell out. Or we're going to sell. We have one type of keg, and we're doing 10-cent drafts until that keg is gone. Something like that, where you can just get people to think, oh gosh, that's a great deal. I'm going to go ahead. What's up, Lee? So a great thing is, like, you could go and basically just get them, get the people locally around you excited about something you have going on, and get them to get other people to do it. So that's one thing that a local mobile app could do for your business. I think that's a pretty exciting thing. The other thing that comes to mind is reputation marketing. So in reputation marketing is a huge opportunity there, and I think it's something that's easy to explain. It's easy for people to grasp. So what you could do is you could go to, like, Yelp.com, or you could go to the health department, and you could go look for local businesses, like restaurants mainly. A good friend of mine, he only does restaurants and hotels. And the way he does this is he goes out to restaurants, and he goes to the health department, and he goes on Yelp, and he finds the ones that have the worst possible okay, Joseph. Anyway, basically, you could go to these local areas and then find the worst reputation. So if they have a horrible reputation, then what you can do is you could bring in that report, put a report together, go out to that business and ask them, find the business owner. I personally like to go pound on doors. I mean, you can make a phone call, you could hire, you can outsource or something like that and get people to call them for you. Or what you can do is you can actually go out and pound on the doors. Like, personally, I'd rather go out to the door, knock on the door, or go find out who the business owner is and get inside to that business right away and talk to that person and say, hey, I was doing some research. I noticed your business has a very concerning issue with a lot of complaints. A lot of stuff's going on here. Let me ask you, do you think that's affecting your business? And most likely they're going to say something like, yeah, it's affecting our business. Let me ask you, are you concerned about this? Like I am by me looking at it. I mean, it definitely would make me not very interested into your business, because all these other people are talking about this, and word of mouth advertising, even if it's indirect and not relationship based, people will definitely listen to what's on Yelp and those type of reviews. So that is a very important, especially people that are like just visiting the area and they have no idea, they've never been there. Of course, they're going to go to some of the places that have the highest amount of stars, or that have the most people saying great things about them, or giving recommendations on food types or something like that. So what they would basically want to do is they would go in there and basically and confront the owner about it and find how interested are they into fixing this problem. And it's kind of a scarcity, or not scarcity, but it's kind of a scare tactic in a way, because but it's true, and it's going to hit home with a lot of these business owners, especially if they're concerned about fixing it. And I think that any business owner that is online and they have an online presence, they're going to be very concerned about that stuff. So that's one idea that I was thinking about, in my presentation, is to talk a lot more about that aspect. Talk more about how to get your foot into the door. Now, once you have your foot into the door and you train their staff and you get them in line with a reputation software, something that pays attention to everything, that scours the internet for them and finds out all the negative and positive reviews, and then helps them fix those reviews. Like sometimes even in a review on Yelp, we'll say names of a person that works there, so you could sit down with that person and go, hey gosh, we're getting a lot of questionable things from you. Let me ask you, is there something I can do to help you out? And then you find out if you can help that person out. And if you can't help that person out, then unfortunately you got to get rid of them, because it's like cancer in your business. It's like the one bad apple that goes into your basket of apples will make the rest go bad. So you got to get rid of cancers right away. But those are the things that people need help with in their business. You see, even like in the restaurant business, my wife, she runs it, and she is completely inundated with paperwork. And on top of that, if one of our employees quits or something like that, she has to go run their job, or if she needs help in every different aspect, she's constantly being placed here and there and everywhere without the business. She needs somebody to come and manage some of these other things for her so she can actually do what's important. She can pay attention to certain things. One of the biggest things about owning a business is you need to keep your finger on the pulse on everything. You need to know about everything that's going on in that business, but the thing is it's hard sometimes. So that's why a local marketing rep can make a lot of money, can easily make $10,000 a month. Now, the other thing that I want to teach is how to recruit these people, how to find people that are interested in commission-based sales. And you could pay people 30%, 40%, 50%, and then do all the work for them. You could actually outsource it. What's up, Darcy from Vegas? So basically, you want to be able to outsource these services for people, and it makes it so you don't have to do as much. So that's what I'm going to teach people how to do. And then on top of that, if for people that don't know me or anything about me, that's fine. But one of the things that I have a software development company, and one of the products that we developed was a product called Now Driven. And Now Driven is a CRM for salespeople. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show people how to use Now Driven as a sales tool or sales CRM tool that they can actually use and give to their salespeople, which will hold them accountable to their business, and it'll help them work more with more productivity. It'll just make them better at the business. So hey guys, thanks for the hearts too, by the way. I'm loving it. Got quite a few colors in there. I've been rapping for a while, but I'm just curious, does anybody have any questions for me, or what do you guys think about this topic? Do you think it's a good topic to talk about? I'm going to be doing a live hangout either later on tonight or early morning tomorrow. I don't know what's a good time. I'm just going to put it out there, but I'm sure it'll have a replay for people to get onto. So, you guys have any questions about local marketing? I mean, Darcy, awesome. I'm glad you like it. Anybody else? You guys think that local marketing is a needed service in the world, and local businesses need help with marketing? Awesome. Don't mind my house, guys. We just moved last week, so things are kind of a little bit of a mess. But I had a lot of things going on last week, and on top of that, I had to move. Moving's never any fun, but I did move to a wonderful house that has just a beautiful... To you, look at that, guys. That's Lake Tahoe. It's a beautiful view from here. Such a great place. I mean, it's a great place to, get your mind right. It's like meditation and camping every single day you live here, because it does get a little bit dry, and you can see it's kind of windy right now. But at the same time, it's very blessed. And I also believe in living life by design. I think you can design your situations and your surroundings and the people that you hang out with. Lee, I know. Everybody should be jealous. I'm very fortunate, and a lot of this had to do with planning for years and years and years and years of planning on where I wanted to be located, what kind of business I wanted to be in, and what kind of people I wanted to surround myself with. So, awesome, Denise. So anyways, again, this is my first Periscope. I don't even know if I'm doing a good job. I did one the other night with my friend Chris Record. He's actually one of my mentors, and this idea actually partially came from him. So we actually sat down and he mentored me on this. So what did he say? Please help explain how to follow at Chris Record. Yeah, go to chrisrecord.tv. CHRISRECEROD.TV. And Darcy, you can put that up there if you want. People can see it. He's a fantastic 7-figure earner, internet marketer, product developer, software developer. He's a great person to learn from. I highly recommend him. I'm actually putting a site up for myself. I should, within probably the next hour, I'm using ClickFunnels, which is pretty awesome product. You can go there. It should be under carlschuckert.com. It's not there yet, but in about an hour you'll see KARLSCHUCKERT.com. You'll be able to sign up there. And also, I'm going to offer you a free gift if you do go there. The free gift is my top productivity tips that will help skyrocket any business. And these are the top 20 tips that I use in my business and in my life to blaze through things. I definitely think you'll find a lot of value in it, and just get it for free there. It'll be there in about an hour, so get there in an hour. Maybe if you're on the replay, you should see that as well. So just to go back into what I was talking about, I kind of made some notes. I'll show you. Let's see here. This is my desk. I work from home for the most part. I go to the restaurant sometimes and work, but there's a lot of distractions there, and obviously that there, I don't always get a lot of work done. Yep, I eat kale chips. Who likes kale chips? I do. So this is it, guys. I have a pad of paper, I have a MacBook Pro, and I have to have coffee and kale chips, and then I'm totally good. Darcy, what do you want to help with? And then that's from my kid, my little baby. So anyway, I wrote down stuff that I'm going to be teaching on. It's going to be online ads, but these are services. So the first thing was the foot in the door, right? A mobile app or reputation marketing. I think both those things are super simple to explain to people and show to people, and you can make mock-ups, and you can make a presentation, all that kind of stuff. I'm actually probably going to put the whole thing together, even a presentation for people to use, and also cookie cutter ads that they can place into Craigslist, and also how to actually interview people. I've interviewed thousands and thousands of people in my career. So once you have the foot in the door, then you have a menu of services. Maybe you have a background in something. Maybe there's something that you're good at or you want to be good at. There's lots of resources out there that will teach you. There's a lot of tools out there that you can use that you can resell to make 100% commissions on, and then split those commissions with salespeople. So once you've got a foot in the door, what'd you say? Help me explain to others how to follow Chris Record. Darcy, just put it on there. Put chrisrecord.tv. And tell everybody, go follow Chris. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. Honestly, you go there, you'll get tons and tons and tons of stuff from him. What happens when you go to chrisrecord.tv too, by the way, is you will go, you'll opt in, and then once you opt in, you'll actually go to a spot that has all of his Periscopes. He's just started doing Periscoping, and he probably has like 30 up already. I mean, the guy's a machine. He 10x's everything, so he's big on 10x. So once you're in the door, here's the services that you can sell, and you can really scale these things up. You can make a ton of money once you have it in there. Okay, Darcy, you're doing fine. You're doing a great job. And also, thanks for joining me. So on here, these are some of the services that I'm thinking about. Online ads, big time, especially right now with Facebook and video and stuff like that. Websites, you can go, that's another easy thing you can do that's a foot in the door. Find crappy looking websites and then show and make some really nice looking websites, or outsource it, and then go into the house and say, hey, this is these are some websites that I designed. They will help you capture more leads and keep people influenced to come back to your business. So that's one thing. SEO. SEO is huge, especially for local businesses. There's a lot of keywords that these other businesses are forgetting to use in their meta tags or their metadata or their headlines or anything that a local business would do online. They're missing out on the boat, because when people do put in these keywords, they're hitting a national or global basis when they should be narrowed down and dialed into that local area. So SEO services, reputation marketing, we talked about that. Mailers, shared mailers. We talked about the wheel that I was talking about, the marketing wheel, where you would basically refer a bunch of businesses all together. And even some cross-related businesses like restaurants and other restaurants could still be on that same list. People don't eat at your restaurant every single day. So it's a good thing that if you have another restaurant that's referring you business and you're referring business to each other, you could do a mailer though. And on a piece of mailer, like those 4.5 or those 3x10 cards, they're very inexpensive to mail. There's a service at the mail service. It's called Every Door Service. And what this service is it's like 14 to 17 cents per piece. That's super dirt cheap. And then you can go online to like Postcards Mania and get like 5-cent printed. You can buy 1,000 at a time, or 2 or 3 or 4,000 at a time, depending on how big the area is. Now that to every door service is by zip code, which is perfect for a local business. Now what you can do, what is your restaurant's name again? Toast Tahoe. So what you can do is you can go to the post office, and you can go online even and find it. And so now you're looking at, let's say it's 17, so let's say it's 20 cents per piece. Well, it's $200 per 1,000. And on that mailer, you could have every single local business on there, along with maybe a coupon code or your website, which is going to promote your company to other local businesses. And they'll go there and they could see everything. They can get coupons, and you can capture those as leads for more people to go out and see. So that is huge, I think. And I like mail. I think mail is a great way to get in front of people's, right in front of their eyes. So, and it's pretty much guaranteed, because not everybody's online, not everybody's on Facebook, but in a geographical location, you can definitely target it down. What else did I write down? I've got social media consulting, coupons, promotions, contests, promotions and contests. Those are great things for local businesses. Doodle videos. That's another service that you could sell. You could buy a doodle program that you own, and you make 100% commissions, and you could actually outsource the service to a guy that you want to teach. You can make a whole bunch of videos on how to do it, or even some of the companies that actually sell these pieces of software have training that you could just give to your outsourcing guy over in India or Singapore. I have outsourcers in India, Philippines, Singapore. I've got guys that do graphic artists for me, graphical stuff for me. I've got guys that do software for me, and I have people that do telemarketing for me, and I train all these people what I want to do, and each one of them does exactly what I want. Sometimes when you're looking at like graphic artists and stuff like that, you got to be careful. You got to try a lot of different people out, and some people are good at logos, some people are good at like t-shirt designs, some people are good at doing flyers, stuff like that. Some people have no artistic talent, but they're really good at taking details, and if you give them a lot of ideas and a lot of things that you could share with them on what you want, then you could have them send it to you, and then you can come back, go back and forth, and then there you go. So you could sell that as a product. That's really it, guys. I definitely want to wrap up with this. If you have any questions for me, this is your chance to ask me some questions. And I know I don't have too many people on here. Thank you so much for the hearts. I've got quite a few different colors of hearts here. This is my first one. Did I do okay? Do you guys want me to do more? Get interactive. Tell me, what do you think? How do you feel? What's going on today? What's up? Where do outsource English fluent telemarketers? Philippines. And I'll tell you why I use the Philippines. That's a great question. I've outsourced telemarketers in India before. I've outsourced telemarketers in the Philippines, and I've outsourced telemarketers in Costa Rica. Philippines is what I've always ended up going back to. They're very affordable, and they have they do have a little bit of dialect that you can teach them, like certain words, like Filipinos will say, Mr. Carl, can I talk to Mr. Carl? And they'll say first name. I'm like, you got to get rid of that. So usually what I would do is I have them record a lot of their phone calls and then do one-on-ones with them and get them right. But in America, think about it. America is built on people coming onto ships. We're immigrants. Our whole country is built on immigrants. So we're kind of used to it. In Canada too, we're really used to immigration in our country. So if someone calls us with a little bit of a dialect, it's usually not too bad. As long as they have a personality, as long as they're good at listening and answering questions when they come, and then also if you want to teach them at sales. My big thing is I like to teach people on sales. I teach people how to ask smart questions so that they can get smart results and right actions. What else? I might even scope a little bit later on today. I have a couple other things I want to talk about. I noticed one of the things I want to talk about a little bit later on today, if I have some time, is emotional versus logic, because a lot of people struggle with the emotions that come out of us, and it's like we're all emotional people. We all have crazy emotions all the time. There's always controllable and uncontrollable things that happen around us that we can either react or respond to. And so I kind of want to do maybe a little bit of a teaching thing about how to handle emotions when they happen to you or people around you, and just be a better person. So if you think that's a good one, I definitely will talk more about that. I could also talk more about NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Who are the top 5 people you follow. Well, obviously Chris Record I follow on Periscope. Today I just saw Russell Brunson do one today. It's the first time I've ever seen him do one. Chris Record turned me on Ask a Millionaire. So I forgot that guy's name. Also a kid named Caleb Maddox. The kid's a stud. Chris and I were sitting and watching him the other day, and we're like, this kid's better than everybody. He's like a little miniature Grant Cardone. So I definitely would go follow him. Grant Cardone. I would go follow him. My friend Dave Robards. You got to find him. He's got a thing called the Scope Train. He is one of the managers for Grant Cardone. He's one of my best friends, and I call him my brother because we've known each other for years. So I would definitely go check him out. I think that's 5. Great question, Darcy. Sean Thomas, there you go. Yeah, that dude's a stud. I actually sent him an email, and he emailed me back. Wasn't what I wanted to hear, but he did email me back, and the guy's a stud. Absolute stud. And he's an investor. You know, he's an angel investor, and he's looking for investments, but there's certain things that he doesn't touch, and there's definitely things that he's interested in. Any other questions? Should I just stay here? If you guys just tap hearts, I'll just stay. Who's blue? Who's the blue hearts? I wonder if when you ask a question, if that color that comes up, if it's the same color as your heart. That's a interesting one to think about. I've got a dinner with Sean in Vegas last weekend thanks to Periscope. Sweet, Darcy. That's the way to be. That's an action taker right there. What is Caleb's last name? Maddox. I'm Blue Hearts. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for the love. It is. It does. You are blue, and it definitely, that's good. Now we know. Yes, pics equals colors. Man, you guys are already ahead of it. Jeff, when are you going to have a Periscope, man? I know you got a lot to say. You've got some stuff to bring out to the world. Anytime. I'm giving you purple hearts. Soon. Awesome. Well, I don't have a lot of following here, but that definitely thanks for the hearts. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be doing a, not a webinar, but a hangout. And I'm going to be going over just all of the stuff. I'm doing a report right now, and as soon as I'm done with the report and my presentation, I'm going to do a hangout. I'm going to teach people how to make $10,000 to $20,000 per month selling local services and how to do it. So I think it's a great opportunity, and even if you're not good at sales or you don't think you would be good at this, I'm going to teach you how to find people that are. So you can actually build an agency and you can outsource everything. I'm going to show you every single detailed step, exactly how to do it in this training. And I don't want anything in return, but I definitely think that if it's something that you're looking at, there would be some steps that you could go further with it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright guys, well I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Hope you like this one. Share it with other people. Share the love. And we'll be on another one. We'll probably talk about either emotion versus logic, or we'll be talking more about NLP. And Darcy, taking imperfection, massive action. So the reason too, I want to talk about that. Actually, that brings up a topic for me that I want to talk about. Okay, so when we say imperfection, the reason why people say take imperfection action is because they get in the way of this. What is this right here? What is that? What are you guys looking at? You're looking at my hand. Alright, my hand is what's getting in the way of everything. Because it's always there, it's always in front of me. I can't do anything, I can't make any actions until I get past myself. So when people say take massive imperfection action, what they mean by that is just take action. Just go out there and do it. But I'm a firm believer in go ahead and do it and then learn from it right away, so that way you can take right actions. Right actions equal right results. Imperfection actions don't always equal that, but it gets you out of your comfort zone. It gets you out there to do it. Soon people jump into the Periscope, and sooner they gain followers in local marketing. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's what I'm big on. I think imperfection action, just do it. Get out there and just do it. JFDI, just focus and do it. Not the F word. Sometimes I drop bombs. I'll drop some F-bombs sometimes. Get a couple drinks in me. Sometimes the S word. And you know what they say about people that cuss? They say that they're very honest because sometimes it can't control their filters. Where do I sign up for the Hangout? Hey, bro, you can go to, and it's not up yet. Wait about an hour since you're live, but if you're not live, you can go there now. Go to Carl, K-A-R-L, Schuckert, SCHUCKERT.com. I've got a free gift for you there. It's an ebook, 20 of my top productivity tips that will skyrocket any business, okay? Highly recommend you get it. What's that? Taco restaurants. Yeah, guys, go jump onto Chris Records, Catch.me. Well, actually, just go to chrisrecordtv.tv, sign up, go watch yesterday. Him and I did a Periscope. We were sitting in the Tap House in Roseville or Rockland, somewhere over there, and he interviewed me because Chris does not do a lot of one-on-one mentoring. I'm one of the lucky people that got in and basically offered my services as in return as a way to get mentorship. And this is probably one of the best ways to get mentorship from people is by offering something of value. But go there, watch the whole interview. It's a great interview. We have a blast. I go there 2 days a week. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes I almost think that I'm not really working because most of the time we're having fun. But at the same time, we're really thinking. Like Chris will kind of set the mood. He'll set the idea. Like today, this is what we're thinking about. Like right away, let's start thinking about this. And then once all of our minds start thinking about it throughout the day, we're writing down or we're putting stuff onto like a mastermind for all of these projects. Chris has a ton of projects going on right now, and I don't think he's going to be slowing down anytime soon. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Thanks for joining me if you're on the replay. Thanks for the replay. Go to carlschuckert.com, KARLSCHUCKERT.com. Should be up soon if it's not up now, and you'll get my free gift. Alright guys, take care.